एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निरपाव निरवैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी सैपं गुर प्रसाद जप आद सच जुगाद सच है भी सच नानक होसी भी सच पूता माता की आसीस निमख न बिसरो तुमको हर हर सदा भजो जगदीश। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। गुरु प्यारी साध संगत जी, today we are extremely blessed because today is our last session of going through the final part of this pothi that we have not covered, which is about Mata Sahib Devanji's Purbla Janam, her previous incarnation. We have been going through for the past 27 days. We have been going through the Jeevani of Mata Sahib Devanji, receiving her blessings, learning the teachings from that we can take back from her Jeevani. Indeed, it has been a very blessed. It has been blessed because from so many people in this world, the Mataji herself chose her children to listen, to understand, to go through her Jeevani. And obviously by going through the Jeevani of Tantan Mata Sahib Devanji, we build a better and deeper relationship with our Mata. And only when we have spoke about this when we started this Jeevani, or why is it so important for us to know about the Jeevani of our mother, is because only when we know Mataji, only when we get to know about her life, only then we have we have a better relationship with a person. When we are close to a person, we usually know so much about them. We know about their family, we know about their nature, we know how they speak, we know so much about them. And it is because we are close to them. That is a sign that we are close to them. So if we are to be close to our mother, Tantan Mata Sahib Devanji, it means that we need to know how is her nature, how did she live, how is she still blessing us, and how we can still continue receiving her darshan. And all this we have seen in the past 27 days when we have been going through the Jeevani of Mataji. So yesterday and today we are basically covering the first two chapters that we skipped before we started the Katha from Mataji's Prakash in Kaljug. So we spoke about Mataji's Prakash in the first chapter. When we started off with that chapter where we spoke about where was Mataji's birth and how did the parents of Mataji, they used to go to this Gurdwara and get this daat and so on. So that is where we started our whole discourse of this pothi. But we skipped the first two chapters, and yesterday we covered the first one, and today we are covering the second one, and which is also the last chapter that we have left to cover in this pothi. So this chapter actually comes at the very front, and it's called At Mata Sahib Devanji Purblo Janam. So yesterday, Sangat ji, we have discussed about a very important topic, very deep topic that certainly requires a lot of contemplation. We mainly saw about how there's two forms of when Paramatma manifests himself, and we have two forms that Paramatma gave their darshan in, which is in Sargun Sroop and in Nirgun Sroop. We saw basically that how we as Sikh of the Guru, we are extremely blessed because Guru Maharaj has tried to simplify or to help us to understand, to brain, to basically contemplate that the Jyot of the Jyot of Paramatma, they came in the physical form, where we saw the Sakhi when Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, they were going to leave the Sangat, their Singhs, they could not touch their feet. They could see the feet, but they could not touch it. And when they asked Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, why is this happening? And they told the Singh, it's because I am a Jyot, I do not see me as a physical form. Because that is the time when they have given their Gurgaddi to Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. So the Sakhi tells us that when the Singh, they were trying to touch the holy charan of of Kalgitar Padshah Ji, they could not touch. And Guruji answered, it is because I am not this physical body. I took this physical body in the 10 Padshahiyan. I have come true since Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. I took this Sargun Sroop to basically help you, help the Sangat, help the Sikh to understand, to basically to get a better idea of the Jyot of Paramatma. And only then there was this whole, because the Paramatma in its original form, in the Shabd form, it went through then the Gurgaddi after Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, it went to the Shabd form again, Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. So it's basically a whole process of how it's easier for us to understand when we see something in Sargun Sroop, because we ourselves, we came in a Sargun Sroop, we are in a physical body, and we need a lot of meditation and kirpa and realization to understand the Nirgun nature. So that is why when we are in the Sargun Sroop, it's easier for us to understand another thing which is in Sargun Sroop. For example, if you read something and if someone is explaining it to you, you get a better idea. So in the same way, we had this physical form of Guru Maharaj who came to help us understand this concept. And they also, in their all the Dasapat Shahiyan, they also taught us how to live in Kaljug. They showed us by example. They did not just preach, but they also practiced what they are preaching. They showed us how to live in a family. All the Guru Maharaj, they were living in their family. So they taught us how to live in your family and yet stay detached. There are so many other lessons that we learned from Guru Maharaj when they came in their physical form. And that is why we are extremely lucky, because at the end, when Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj passed this Gurgaddi to Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, we have this little capability to understand that, oh, this Jyot now is in Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. Compared to if we just have the Guru Granth Sahib Ji straight away, it would be harder for us to understand that this is the Guru, this Shabd is the Guru. So all this Das Padshahiyan, they have helped us to understand this concept. And obviously it takes so much of more contemplation and meditation and kirpa to understand, to get this point where we go beyond our Sargun Sroop and then we merge into the Nirgun Sroop. So this is where we saw, and yesterday we also discussed that Paramatma, to create this earth, they first created the Ad Shakti. So the Shakti of Paramatma is called Ad Shakti. So today we are going to see this Ad Shakti. We said yesterday, before we paused the discussion, we discussed of how this same Ad Shakti is Tan Tan Mata Sahib Devan Ji. And today we are going to see, before they came in the incarnation of Mata Sahib Devan Ji, what was their previous janam? What was between that? Before they come as Tan Tan Mata Sahib Devan Ji, what were they doing in the other Yuga? What was their form? So it's very important, Sangaji, to understand that when we are talking about all this, it's basically, we are looking at the biography of Mata Sahib Devan Ji's previous janam. And we are not looking at by referring to any random pothi or anything. We are actually looking at Mataji's previous janam by looking it from the lens of Gurbani as well. How? So the biography of Tan Tan Mata Sahib Devanji, of their previous life, is basically what we read in Chandi Diwar and Chandi Charitar. And this is the Baniya that is in Dasam Granth Sahib Ji. So this whole chapter that we are covering, it's basically, if you go through the Katha of Chandi Diwar, it's basically a very rough, a very short summary of Chandi Diwar, and a very detailed one you can get it in Chandi Diwar, and a more detailed one is in Chandi Charitar. So that is the biography of the previous Janam of Tan Tan Mata Sahib Devanji. And if you want to see the biography of the previous Janam of Kalgitar Padshah Ji, then we would have to see Bachattar Natak, which they tell about how they came to this Kaljug and everything. So we always, whenever we want to discuss Ittihas, we go by legit sources. So today we are looking it from the lens of Gurbani as well, which is in Dasam Granth Sahib Ji. And it's important when we're talking about Chandi Diwar, there is a difference between worshipping something and praising something. So the bravery of Durga is praised in Chandi Diwar, but it doesn't mean that it's the worship of Durga. So that is the praise of Durga in Chandi Diwar. And who is Durga, Chandaka, Chandi, or Kalka? So they are all different names, but they mean the same thing, because they are not just a Devi or anything, but basically we are looking at them as a manifestation of Vaheguru Shakti. So we have to look beyond labels. We have to look in a very open mind, where we see these are just the manifestation of Vaheguru Shakti, where we are not worshipping any Devi or anything, but we are just evoking the Shakti that Mataji represented in her previous Janam. So this is very important for us to understand when we are looking at all this chapter, especially that there's so many sikya that we can get. And Chandi Diwar is a Bani known for evoking Bir Ras in a person, and if we see the nature of the Bani itself, we can learn so much about the bravery of how Chandi, Durga, how they fought wars. And that is very important, and there is nothing wrong in basically praising a noble deed. It doesn't mean that we are worshipping it, and talking about something that we can learn from is obviously nothing wrong in it. That is why Guru Maharaj found it important to include it in their Bani as well, to help us learn as well. And it's basically, when we go deeper, we understand why is it so important as well, because that is the Ad Shakti of Paramatma, and these are things that we have to look beyond labels. So before we start the chapter, let us bring our focus, our dhyan in the holy charan of Tan Tan Mata Sahib Devanji. Tan Tan Mata Sahib Devanji, 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 Tan Tan Mata Sahib Devanji. Satnam Sri Vaheguru. अथ माता साहिब देवां जी पूर्बलो जन्म। जद श्री गुरु गोबिंद सिंह जी महाराज सतयुग विच इस गोदावरी दे कंढे अनेकां तपियां वांग तप करदे सन, जिवें हेमकुंड ते शिरोमणी तपस्वी गिने जांदे सन, इसे तरह सतयुग विच महान तपस्वियां विच अबचल नगर दा वासी tapi gine jande san. So just like how we know that Hemkund Sahib is known to be a place where so many all these tapiswars where they meditated, in Satjug, the place that was commonly known to be a place where there are so many sadhus meditating was Hajur Sahib, where Hajur Sahib is currently. So they used to meditate by the by the river Godavari. And we also see there's a note here which says ਉਸ ਸਮੇਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਨਦੀ ਦੁੱਧ ਦੀ ਵਗਦੀ ਸੀ ਇਹ ਗਊ ਮੁਖ ਨਾਸਕ ਪਾਸੋਂ ਨਿਕਲਣ ਕਰਕੇ ਵੀ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਗੋਦਾਵਰੀ ਕਿਹਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ so it is believed at that time this whole river of the Godavari it was basically a river of milk and it is said that this river is from the mouth of a cow that's why it's named Godavari from the mouth of a goat. So all these tapasvis they used to meditate by the river and they were just like Hemkund Sahib was a renowned place of meditation in Satjug. This was the place that was renowned to be a place for people to meditate and there were so many great tapasvis that used to meditate here. And we know that Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj they meditated at Hemkund Sahib. And they also wrote this in their own biography where they said, the autobiography where they told in Bachattar Natak that I meditated at Hemkund Sahib. So just like that, they also before that they meditated here at the place where Hajur Sahib is now. So Akal Purkh di Rachna Paudi Khanda Prathama Saj Kai. So this is from Gurbani as well of Dasam Padshah's Bani. They say Khanda Prathama Saj Kai. So Khanda here it's basically talking about Maut, about Kal. So first of all we have Kal. Why do we say that we have Kal first? Because before birth we have death first. How? Because when a person is taking birth, their death is determined first. They are born with a specified number of breath. So it means that their death date is already determined before they are even born. So that's why they say Khanda Prithma Saj Kai Pehla Maut Likhiya Pehla Kal di Rachna Jin Sab Sahsar Upaya. The whole world was created. Brahma Bisan Mahesh Saj. So Brahma, Vishnu, Shivji, they were brought into this world as well. And we discussed yesterday that these devte, they have their function. They are basically working for Paramatma, where one is to create, one is to sustain, and one is to destroy. So in that way, they are working for Paramatma. So these workers were sent as well. Kudrati da khel rachaye banaya. So this whole khed, this whole play of this world was brought into play. Sindh Parbat Medani. So Sindh is ocean, Parbat mountains, Medani this dharti. Bin Thamma Gagan Rahaya. So the sky, it was brought into this, the world was basically created with a sky which has no Thamma. Thamma means pillars. So the Paramatma did not need pillars to put up a sky. Sirje Dano Devte. So they also Paramatma also created the Devtes and the Dans. So they created these two different opposites basically, where Devtes are the ones that they are given certain task as well, and there was also some Dano. Tin Andarabad Rachaya. And in this whole creation, Paramatma himself also created a fight among them. So why? We are going to see how the Devte, as time passed, because they were given this place to stay and different tasks to do, and they were given a high position. But these Devtes, after a while, they had hankar, that we are the supreme ones. They forgot that there is something above them, the Paramatma, which created them and gave them the different tasks that they are doing. ਤਾਂ ਉਸ ਸਮੇਂ ਜਦ ਦੇਵਤਿਆਂ ਅੰਦਰ ਬਲ ਸ਼ਕਤੀ ਦਾ ਹੰਕਾਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ. So when this devte that was basically created by Paramatma, when this devte they started these devtes they started having hankar, because they have a lot of powers, they have this shaktiyan. That is why all these devte they are able to use their shaktiyan to a certain amount, but all these devte as well, they cannot get mukti. The mukti can only be obtained in a human form. That's why we always we always hear in Katha as well that this human birth is very important because that's the only route to get mukti. And even the Devi Devtas, they also want this human form. But they do have powers, so they are basically assigned task of doing different things. ਤਾਂ ਅਭਮਾਨ ਉਤਾਰਨ ਦੇਵਤਿਆ ਮਹਿ ਖਾਸੁਰ sund upaya. So they were having hankar, so to basically bring down their hankar, to break their hankar, abhaman utaran, to bring it down of this devte, meh khasur. So Paramatma sent a Raksha, a demon, and his name is Mekhasur. He's a Dant. Sund upaya. So Sund here doesn't mean, and usually Sund means an elephant, but here Sund means a surma. So he sent a surma, a warrior like a demon, which is named Mekhasur, to basically break the ego of all these devtas. So ਝੋਟੇ ਦੇ ਸਿਰ ਵਾਲੇ ਦੈਂਤ ਨੇ ਦੇਵਤਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਗੁਮਾਨ ਉਤਾਰਨ ਲਈ ਸਾਰੇ ਦੇਵਤਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਿੱਤ ਕੇ ਤਿੰਨਾਂ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦਾ ਰਾਜ ਕਰਨ ਲੱਗਾ. So he had this, the head of Mekhasur was basically the head of a buffalo, and he was created to break this hankar of these devtas. So what he did, he managed to basically take over all the three lok. We spoke about the three lok as well yesterday, where we have the Tarti, Swarg, Patal. So all these three worlds, he managed to take over all these three lok. So basically these devtas, they could not stay in all these three lok anymore, and they have to find they have to run. And where did they run to? Ate Indar nu Swarg vichon kat ditta. So Indar is the head, he's the jathedar of the Swarg, and he was also taken out. He's the head of the Swarg, and he was also chased out of Swarg, because all of them, they had this hankar. So this Raksha basically took over all their lok and basically chased them out. Sare devte Shivpuri Kailas Parbat te rehan lage. So all these devte, they ran and they went to a mountain area which is called Kailas. So it's currently it's around the area where Nepal is. So that area, so they all went to this area and they stayed because they no more have their own lok to stay. So they have to go in a place where they are safe and they have to hide. So they went to this mountain. Sare devte Shivpuri Kailas Parbat te rehan lage. Te Raj wapas len lai tap kita. So they started meditating to get back their kingdom, because all these three lok, it was under them, and now they no more have this kingdom because their kingdom has been taken over by this Raksha. So they started meditating. Dohra kitak divas bite. So some time passed. Tahana avan niksi dev. Bid Purab Sab Devatan Kari Dev Ki Sev. So one day, so now Paramatma, this is all his own play. So he also helped them. He also, to help them, he sent this his Shakti, and his Shakti we spoke about yesterday. Paramatma, he has his Shakti called Ad Shakti, and now he gave this Shakti a form in the form of Durga. So one day, Durga, she came to basically do Ishnan, and at the foot of this Mount Kailash, and the Indar, the Swarg Raja, he went to this Durga Mata, and he basically told her what happened and basically asked help from her. विधि सहित देवतियां ने देव दुर्गा महान शक्ति अकाल पुरख दी सेवा कीती तां चंडका रूप शक्ति. So they did seva of this Mata Durga as well, because they want her to help them to basically fight these demons, and they want their kingdom back. So they asked for help from this Durga Mata, and they did her seva as well, and they also did a lot of meditation. Sunat Bachan e Chandaka. So Chandaka is another name of Durga as well in her angry form. Man mein uthi rasai. She got very angry because all these devte, they are suffering, they don't have their kingdom anymore. So listening this, Durga was very angry. Sab daitan ko chai karo. She said, I would finish off all this Raksha. Baso Sevapuri Jaye. They say you stay here first. You stay here. I would sort this out. Datan ke bad ko jabai. Chandi Kyo Prakash. So Chandi is the scary roop, the scary form of Durga. So Singh Sank Au Astar. Sab Sastar Aayege Paas. So when she got that, she also got her Singh. Singh is Sher, the lions. She had lion with her. She also had a Sankh, and then she also had her Astar and Sastar. So Astar is a weapon that we throw, like a chakkar, or like anything that we need to basically throw from our hand, or it can also be a bow and arrow, something that goes out from our hand, or even a fire gun and stuff like that. So, and Shastar is the one that we hold in our hand like a Sri Sahib, and we fight with that. So she had all these weapons with her. She also had her lion with her, and she basically went out for a war with all these demons. Mahikasur Daint di Kul Fauj 45 padam Chandaka te chad ke aa gayi. So because she is going to have a war with them, this Mahikasur demon, this Daint, he had an army and they attacked Chandi, Sri Durga ji. प्रचंड शक्ति इकल्ली ने 45 पदम फौज ਨੂੰ ਮਾਰ ਮੁਕਾਇਆ. So she alone fought with all this 45. So there's a note here. ਜਿਵੇਂ ਇੱਕ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਿਫਰ ਲੱਗਣ ਨਾਲ 10 ਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਨਾਲ 2 ਸਿਫਰ ਲੱਗਣ ਨਾਲ 100, ਇਸੇ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਰ ਅੱਗੇ 1000 10000 ਲੱਖ ਗਿਣਤੀ ਵੱਧਦੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ. ਇੱਕ ਨਾਲ 15 ਸਿਫਰਾਂ ਲੱਗਣ ਨਾਲ ਇੱਕ ਪਦਮ ਗਿਣਤੀ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ. So the author is telling us about how or what is the meaning of ik padam. So ik padam is when you put 15 zeros behind that one. If you put 1 zero, it becomes a 10. If you put 2, it becomes 100. So one padam is when you put 15 zero. So that is how much the forge was of Mahikasur. And Durga in her Chandi form, she managed to kill all of them and basically get the Devte back their house, their kingdom. And this is why the Durga Chandi, she is seen so great, because it's not because she herself is like that, but because this is the Shakti of Paramatma, because Paramatma himself is so powerful. So this is why the Adi Shakti, which is the Shakti of Paramatma, is as powerful. So ਤੇ ਦੇਵਤਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਰਾਜ ਦਿਵਾ ਕੇ ਆਪ ਅਲੋਪ ਹੋ ਗਈ. So she disappeared. After helping this devte, she disappeared. ਇਹ ਇਕੱਲੀ ਪ੍ਰਭੂ ਸ਼ਕਤੀ ਚੰਡਕਾ ਨੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਮੁਕਾਏ ਤੇ ਦੇਵਤਿਆਂ ਪ੍ਰਸੰਨ ਹੋ ਜਗ ਕੀਤੇ. ਦਸ਼ਮੇਸ਼ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਫਰਮਾਨ ਹੈ. So she basically helped them to kill all these demons. And because the devte, they were so happy, they did jagga. Jagga is basically like a langar, a very big langar. So they did this, and this, how happy were they? Their happiness, their celebration is also recorded in Dasam Paatshah's Bani, and they say, Savaya yate parasan pae hai mahamun devan ke tap main sukh pawen jag kare ik bed rai pav taap hare mil dhyaneh lawen ਝਾਲਰ ਤਾਲ ਮਿਰਦੰਗ ਉਪੰਗ ਰਬਾਬ ਲਿਏ ਸੁਰ ਸਾਜ ਮਿਲਾਵੈਂ ਕਿੰਨਰ ਗੰਧਰਵ ਗਾਨ ਕਰੈ ਗਨ ਜਛ ਅਪਛਰ ਨਿਰਤ ਦਿਖਾਵੈਂ ਸੰਖਨ ਕੀ ਤੁਨ ਘੰਟਨ ਕੀ ਕਰ ਫੂਲਨ ਕੀ ਬਰਖਾ ਬਰਖਾਵੈ ਆਰਤੀ ਕੋਟ ਕਰੈ ਸੁਰ ਸੁੰਦਰ ਪੇਖ ਪੁਰੰਦਰ ਕੇ ਬਲ ਜਾਵੈਂ. So this is usually read in the Aarti Artha. So this is basically describing how happy the Devtas were when they won back their kingdom. And it's because they got back this kingdom, because of whom? Because of Durga, and in her Chandi form. And who was this Chandi form? Is basically the Adi Shakti of Paramatma. This is why she was so powerful, because it was sent by Paramatma themselves. So this is why the Devte, they celebrated it and they were very happy. So a jang ਨਰਮਦਾ ਨਦੀ ਦੇ ਕਿਨਾਰੇ ਦੱਖਣ ਦੇਸ਼ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋਇਆ. So this whole war between the demons and Durga in her Chandi form happened in near the river called Narmada. So Narmada river is basically before the Godavari river, and this is also the place. There's currently an asthan there, and this asthan is basically Guru Nanak Dev Ji's asthan. It's an itihasik asthan because this same place is where the Dakhni Oankar Bani was ucharan. So Guru Nanak Dev Ji basically wrote this, they uttered this Dakhni Oankar Bani here, and there's even a pind there called Onkeshwar, something like that. So this is there is a itihasik Gurdwara there as well. So this Narmada river, this Nadi, it comes before Godavari river if we are going from Punjab to Hajur Sahib. जिसनों पुराणा विच महखश मंडल लिखा है. So in the Purans, this river is known as महखाश मंडल. ਕੁਝ ਸਮਾਂ ਦੇਵਤਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸੁਖ ਸ਼ਾਂਤੀ ਨਾਲ ਰਾਜ ਕਰਦੇ ਗੁਜਰੇ. So these devatas, they got back their place and they were happy again and they were peaceful. ਫਿਰ ਅਭਿਮਾਨੀ ਹੋ ਗਏ. Then they got egoistic. ਤਾਂ ਸੁੰਭ ਨਿਸੁੰਭ ਬੜੇ ਬਲਵਾਨ ਦੈਂਤ ਦੇਵਤਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਪੁਰੀਆਂ ਚੋਂ ਕੱਢਣ ਲਈ ਉਮੜ ਪਏ. ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਭੂਮ ਕੋ ਭਾਰ ਉਤਾਰਨ ਕੋ ਜਗਦੀਸ਼ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਕੇ ਜੁੱਧ ਠਟਾ. So what happened, because now these devatas, they got into ego again and they started having ego and there was pop going on the earth. So to basically to lighten up the burden of the earth, now Paramatma has to do something again. Just like we discussed in our first session, that an avatar is always sent when there is a need, when there is something going on the earth, and usually when a lot of pop or anything that is going on the earth, and the earth becomes heavy because of that. So the earth becomes heavy because of pop. So at that time, because this devata, they were in ego again, now this time which the demon came, there were two brothers. Their name is Sumbha and Nisumba. They're two brothers, and they were also Pahalwan. They were also very big warriors, very mighty warriors. ਧਰਤੀ ਦਾ ਭਾਰ ਉਤਾਰਨ ਲਈ ਜਗਤ ਦੇ ਸਵਾਮੀ ਪ੍ਰਭੂ ਨੇ ਇਹ ਯੁੱਧ ਕਾਇਮ ਕੀਤਾ. Now this is the next basically what the action of Paramatma to basically break the ego of these devatas again. ਸਾਰੇ ਦੇਵਤੇ ਇੰਦਰ ਪਾਸ ਆਏ. So all these devatas, they were very scared because the Sumbha Nisumba, they are very strong warriors. So they came to who? They came to the Jathedar, the head of Swarg, the Indra Devta. ਸਮੂਹ ਦੇਵਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਬੜਾ ਭਾਰੀ ਯੁੱਧ ਕੀਤਾ. So all these devatas, they did a war. They did a very heavy war. ਆਖਰ ਸੁੰਭ ਤੇ ਨਿਸੁੰਭ ਦੈਂਤਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਹਾਰ ਗਏ, but they lost. ਤੇ ਸ਼ਿਵਪੁਰੀ ਕੈਲਾਸ਼ ਪਰਬਤ ਤੇ ਜਾ ਵਸੇ. So again, they went to the same Kailash mountain that they went before this because they have lost. And the Dant are basically taking over their place again. ਸਮੂਹ ਦੇਵਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਤੋ ਆਖਰ ਸੁੰਭ ਤੇ ਨਿਸੁੰਭ ਦੈਂਤਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਹਾਰ ਗਏ ਤਾਂ ਸ਼ਿਵਪੁਰੀ ਤੇ ਜਾ ਵਸੇ. ਦੈਂਤਾਂ ਦਾ ਰਾਜ 3 ਲੋਕਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ. ਦੇਵਤਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਅਤੀ ਦੁਖੀ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਪੁਕਾਰ ਕੀਤੀ ਤਾਂ ਪਰਮੇਸ਼ਰ ਦੀ ਮਹਾਬਲਵਾਨ ਸ਼ਕਤੀ ਕਾਲ ਜਨਮ ਅਹਲੀਨ ਚੰਡਕਾ ਨੇ ਪ੍ਰਗਟ ਹੋ ਵੀਰ ਰਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ ਕੇ ਦੈਂਤਾਂ ਕੇ ਬਦ ਨਮਿਤ ਜੰਗ ਦਾ ਬਿਗਲ ਵਜਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ. ਚੰਦਕਾ ਦਾ ਅਤਿਅੰਤ ਤੇਜ ਪ੍ਰਤਾਪ ਕੜ ਕਵੀ ਭਿਆਨਕ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਸੁਣ ਕੇ ਸੁਮੇਰ ਸਮੇਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਪਹਾੜ ਥੜ ਥੜ ਕੰਬ ਗਏ, ਧਰਤੀ ਹਿੱਲ ਗਈ. So all these devatas, they meditated, they did benti to Paramatma asking for help, and again Paramatma would always help his devotees when they do something genuinely, when they do benti genuinely. So Paramatma again sent Chandaka and she came in her angry form, and with her angry form she had this very loud and scary voice as well, that it is said that all the mountains were shivering. It's as if all the mountains were shivering because she was in her very angry form. ਚੰਡਕਾ ਦਾ ਕ੍ਰੋਧ ਦੀ ਜਵਾਲਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਾਲਕਾ ਪ੍ਰਗਟੀ. So when Chandaka, when she's angry, now this Chandaka, she's basically the Adi Shakti of Paramatma. She's basically a Shakti of Paramatma. And she, if we say, before this we spoke about how from the Adi Shakti the whole world is created. So this is the Shakti of Paramatma as well. So she basically produced another of her form, which is named Kalka. So Kalka is her angry form, but she did not take it out because she just like a mother with a child. So basically this Kalka is like her child, and she told this Kalka, it's not time for you to Pargat yet, to come into form yet. So she basically merged back this Kalka into her. So we would see later where would this Kalka be needed. So this Kalka is also known in her short name Kali. So she basically merged it back, but she was actually going to Pargat, but she told her no, it's not yet. पर चंडी ने कहा, हे पुत्री, अजे समा नहीं, तू मेरे विच ही लीन हो जा, तां जिवें गंगा दे प्रवाह विच जमुना मिल जांदी है, तिवें कालका चंडी विच लीन हो गई. उस समय चंडी सुमेर पर्वत दी चोटी ते सोभ रही सी. So she told Kalka, her angry form, was going to Pargat. She told her not yet. And then at the time she was sitting at the peak of the mountain. And Ik Dant Raj Sumbh da chota pai Nisumba. So basically Sumbh is the older brother, Nisumba is the younger brother. So when she was sitting on the peak of this hill, of this mountain, Nisumba saw her and he came to her. Usne Chandaka da at sundar swaroop vekh ke, and he saw that this Chandaka is extremely beautiful. Keha ke mera pra teen lok da raja hai. He said, my older brother Sumbha, he is the Raja of all the three lok. And we need to understand why is he the Raja of the three lok, because they have basically chased all these devtas from all the three lok, and now they are ruling over it. So he said, my brother is the Raja of this three lok, usnu varale. He said, marry him. Varale means marry. He is basically trying to get this beautiful woman who he doesn't know that she's the Shakti and she's extremely powerful. He thought it's just a beautiful woman. So he said, marry my brother. Ta Prabhu di Shakti Chandaka ne uttar ditta. So she gave answer. She said, सुन राकस की बात को देवी उत्तर दीन, जुद्ध करे बिन नह बरो, सुनहो दैत मतहीन. She replied, she said, if I am to marry your brother, I would not simply marry him. He has to win with me in a war first. If he goes to war with me and he wins the war, only then I would marry him. He said, either go for war or I would not marry him. निसुंभ ने जदों आपने भाई नू जाके कहा तां सुंभ ने विचार के कहा. So he went back and told his older brother what Chandaka said, and the brother said, जो लायक पट सैन में. He said those who are he said pat sen, layak pat sen. He said choose among the strongest warriors. Bhejo de adhikar, send them to do a war with Chandaka. Ta tumar lochan surme ne kaha. So one of the strongest soldier that he had was Tumar Lochan. He said, Rijay ave anyo, khijay judd karaho. They say, he said to his soldier, he said, try to persuade her with proper way. Try to persuade her. If she doesn't agree, do a war. Either way, bring her to me. Basically, bring her to marry me. Chandi ne ਵੱਡੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਯੁੱਧ ਧੂਮਰ ਲੋਚਨ ਚੰਡ ਮੁੰਡ ਰਕਤ ਬੀਜ ਆਦ ਕੁਲ ਸੈਨਾ ਤੀਸ ਸਹੰਸਰ ਛੂਹਣੀ ਮਾਰ ਦਿੱਤੀ. So she basically had a war with all these mighty warriors that were sent by the Sumba and Nisumba. ਅਡਿਲ ਤੀਸ ਸਹੰਸ ਛੂਹਨ ਦਲ ਜਬ ਜੂਜਤ ਭਇਓ. ਰਕਤ ਬੀਜ ਜਿਸ ਨੂੰ ਸਰੋਨਤ ਬੀਜ ਵੀ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਹੈ, ਇਸ ਨੇ ਸ਼ਿਵ ਦੀ ਤਪੱਸਿਆ ਕਰਕੇ ਵਰ ਲਿਆ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਮੇਰੇ ਸਵਾਸਾਂ ਲਹੂ ਤੇ ਮਿੰਜ ਤੋਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਵਰਗੇ ਦੈਂਤ ਪੈਦਾ ਹੋ ਜਾਣ. So this Rakt Bij, which is another very heavy, very strong soldier of Sumba Nisumba, he had a var, he had a blessing by doing the tapasya, by meditating on Shivji. He had a vara that he asked for a vara. So when he meditated for a long time, he asked from Shivji a vara. And what is the vara? The vara is that if he is killed, or any of his breath, his skin or his bone and his blood, if it falls on the ground, there would be another of him, another form, another person, basically another Rakt Bij would come. So in that way, if he is to do a war, he would never lose. Why? Because whenever his blood spill, there is going to be another one of him, and if you kill that one, that blood, that is going to be another one of him. So there would be no end to this war. But we would see how smart, basically how Paramatma would create such a way that even this Rakt Bij, this demon, would be killed. ਜਦੋਂ ਰਕਤ ਬੀਜ ਦਾ ਜੰਗ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋਇਆ ਤਾਂ ਤੀਰ ਵੱਜਣ ਨਾਲ ਸਵਾਸਾਂ. So when he was doing this war with Chandaka, whenever the arrows of Chandaka hit him, his swas, his breath becomes the pedal forge, the walking forge, the normal one, that just the physical, the ones that is not on a horse, the pedal force. And then from his blood, Rakt lahu to ਘੋੜਿਆਂ ਵਾਲੀ forge. So from his blood there would be this there would be another forge, there would be another soldier that is on a horse. ਅਤੇ ਮਿੰਜ ਤੋਂ ਹਾਥੀਆਂ ਵਾਲੀ forge. And from his charbi, from his skin, there would be another elephant forge, basically a soldier who is sitting on an elephant. ਪੈਦਾ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਗਈ ਜੋ 100 ਮੀਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੱਧ ਗਈ. So it extended, his whole forge was expanding so vastly. ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਰਨ ਦੀ ਵਿਧੀ ਕੋਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ. There was no way to win with him. ਜਿਤਨੇ ਵੀ ਚੰਡੀ ਮਾਰਦੀ ਉਤਨੇ ਹੋਰ ਵੱਧੀ ਜਾਣ. So when Chandi was killing one of them, another one would be formed, and over again. So ਇਸ ਨਾਲ ਫੌਜ ਆਈ ਸੀ ਛੂਹਨ ਸਹਸ ਅਸੂਰ ਕੀ ਸੈਨਾ. 1000 ਖੂਹਣੀ ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਹੀ ਮਾਰ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਸੀ. So she had killed so many of his ਫੌਜ before. ਪਰ ਇਸ ਵੱਧ ਰਹੀ ਫੌਜ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਰਨ ਲਈ ਚੰਡੀ ਨੇ ਮਹਾਕਾਲ ਅਕਾਲ ਪੁਰਖ ਅੱਗੇ ਪ੍ਰਾਰਥਨਾ ਕੀਤੀ. So now Chandi, she is the Shakti of Paramatma, and if she is in trouble, who would she ask help from? She would ask help from Paramatma, obviously. So she did benti to Paramatma, saying to Paramatma, what should I do? Ta Akash Bani hui. So Paramatma told her, ਇਸ ਵਕਤ ਗੋਦਾਵਰੀ ਕੰਡੇ ਇੱਕ ਮਹਾਨ ਤਪਸਵੀ ਸਮੁੰਦ ਰਿਖੀ ਪਾਸ ਜਾ, ਉਹ ਉਪਾਏ ਕਰਨਗੇ. So Paramatma told her that at the bank of along this river of Godavari, there is a Rikhi that is meditating there, a saint that is meditating there, and his name is Samundarikhi, and go to him and he would help you. So again, because we spoke about how this area where the jang took place is near the Godavari river as well. So then she was told to go and approach this tapasvi called Samundarikhi. Samundarikhi tapasya cha asthit han, but this Samundarikhi, he was immersed in deep meditation. Jad Chandi Rikhi ji paas puji ta Rikhi ji ne chele ਤਾਂ ਰਿਖੀ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਚੇਲੇ ਨੇ ਚੰਡੀ ਨੂੰ ਆਉਂਦਿਆਂ ਵੇਖ ਅਤ ਸਤਕਾਰ ਮਾਨ ਕੀਤਾ. So this Rikhi, he had a sevadar, and his sevadar, he saw her coming, so and he said, ਅਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ. And Chandi said, Samund Rikhi Samadhi Chahana Jagauna Yog Nahi. It's not suitable to wake up Samund Rikhi from his meditation. ਜੇ ਆਪ ਸਹਾਇਤਾ ਕਰ ਸਕੋ ਤਾਂ ਰਕਤ ਬੀਜ ਦੀ ਸੈਨਾ ਨੂੰ ਕੁਝ ਠੱਲ ਪਾਵੋ ਅਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਇਕਾਂਤ ਹੋ ਕਰ ਕਾਲਕਾ ਪ੍ਰਗਟ ਕਰ ਲਵਾਂ ਜੋ ਦੈਂਤਾਂ ਦੀ ਰਤ ਪੀਵੇਗੀ ਧਰਤੀ ਤੇ ਨਾ ਡਿੱਗਣ ਦੇਵੇਗੀ ਤਦ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਖਾਤਮਾ ਹੋਵੇਗਾ. So we need to understand some things here. Basically we would cover it at the end of this chapter in a while, but basically the Samundriki is the earlier incarnation of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj, and the Sevadar is Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj in his previous incarnation. And because the Samundriki is meditating, and the Sevadar is telling her, and she told the Sevadar, it's not suitable for me to wake the Samundriki up, but she said, I need a help. Basically, remember that before this she had when she was in anger, she had the Kalka roop that was going to have Prakash from herself, and she told this Kalka, not yet, it's not your time to Pargat yet. So she merged back this Kalka into her. It's like a mother and a child, like two rivers emerging into one. So she basically merged it into herself, and now she wants to take out that Kalka. In a way, like she wants to give birth to this Kalka. And why? Because this Kalka, what would be this is basically the way that she would win the war with Rakt Bij. How? This Kalka, her task would be to leak the blood. That's why if you see the picture of, for example, the Kali Mata, that her tongue is always out, because she basically licks the blood so that there is no more blood on this ground, and there's no more Rakt Bij that would be produced from this blood. So that is why and for her to take out this Kalka, she needs to sit down and meditate. So that is why she needs the help of this Sevadar or the Rikhi to basically handle these demons for a while she sits and meditate and take out the Kalka, so that she can win the war. So that's why she went to this Rikhi. ਇਹ ਸੁਣ ਕੇ ਰਿਖੀ ਦਾ ਚੇਲਾ ਸੋਚੀ ਪੈ ਗਏ. So the Sevadar started thinking, the chela started thinking ਕਿ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਮੁੰਦ ਰਿਖੀ ਨੂੰ ਸਮਾਧੀ ਤੋਂ ਉਪਰਾਮ ਕਰਨਾ ਵੀ ਯੋਗ ਨਹੀਂ. It's not suitable to wake ਸਮੁੰਦ ਰਿਸ਼ੀ up from his meditation. ਜੋ ਮੈਂ ਤਪ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰਯਾਗ ਕਰਦਾ ਹਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਤਪ ਘਟਦਾ ਹੈ. They say, if I use my own my own meditation to help her, basically use his power, then he would reduce his own power. So then he thought of a way. Asan. And there is a note here. ਧਰਤੀ ਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਥਾਵੇਂ ਟਿਕ ਕੇ ਆਸਨ ਤੇ ਭਜਨ ਬੰਦਗੀ ਤਪੱਸਿਆ ਨਿਤਨੇਮ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਤਪ ਕਰਨਾ ਆਸਨ ਦਾ ਤਪ ਸ਼ਕਤੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ. So the note here is telling us that if you sit at one place and meditate every day, even that place would become very powerful. So what is the relation to this? ਆਸਨ ਦੇ ਤਪ ਦੀ ਵਰਤੋਂ ਨਾਲ ਮਦਦ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ. So he said, since he was thinking how he wants to help this Chandrika, he thought of a way, and the way is he would use this mat that the Samundariki meditate on. He basically meditated on the skin of a lion. So he said, I'm going to use this skin of the tiger, and that is the asan that Samundariki sits on. So since that Samundariki's place of asan of meditating is also powerful, he said, I can help Chandrika with this. How? ਤਾਂ ਤਪਸਵੀ ਚੇਲੇ ਨੇ ਸ਼ੇਰ ਦੀ ਖੱਲ ਦਾ ਆਸਨ ਝਾੜਿਆ ਜਿਸ ਤੋਂ ਹਜ਼ਾਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਗਿਣਤੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਸ਼ੇਰ ਪੈਦਾ ਹੋਏ. So from this lion's skin, the share skin, there's so many other lions that was produced, because that place was full of Shakti as well, because that is where Samundariki used to sit and meditate. So what is the function of all these lions? It's basically to go and basically deal with the demons, while Chandi, Durga, she can sit and take out the Kalaka from her. So it's basically to hold them for a while. ਤਾਂ ਚੰਡਕਾ ਤਪਸਵੀ ਦੇ ਤਪ ਅਸਥਾਨ ਤੋਂ ਚੱਲ ਕੇ ਇਸ ਥਾਂ ਪਹੁੰਚੀ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਹੁਣ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਮਾਤਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇਵਾਂ ਜੀ ਸੁਬਾਈ ਮਨ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਅਸਥਾਨ ਤੇ ਸਮਾਧੀ ਸਥਿਤ ਹੋ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੋਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੁਰਤ ਟਿਕਾ ਤਪ ਬਲ ਨਾਲ ਆਪਨੇ ਮੱਥੇ ਚੋਂ ਕਾਲਕਾ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਗਟ ਕੀਤਾ। ਪਿੱਛੇ ਪੜ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਚੰਡੀ ਨੇ ਕਾਲਕਾ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੀਨ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ ਸੀ। So this Kalka that she was going to Pargat before this, that she basically merged back into her. Now it was time for her to give birth to this Kalka, to take out from herself. So she sat in meditation where currently the Gurdwara Mata Sahib Devanji is. So we need to remember this, what we are talking about, this is the age of Satyug. So that is why the Asthan, that is the Tapastan since Satyug. So because she sat there and she took out the Kalka from herself, and ਤਾਂ ਉਸ ਵਕਤ ਇਹ ਮਹਾਨ ਤਪਸਵੀ ਸ਼ੇਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਫੌਜ ਚੰਡੀ ਦੀ ਰਖਵਾਲੀ ਲਈ ਦੂਰ ਦੂਰ ਤੱਕ ਘੇਰਾ ਕੱਤਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀ। So all these lions, they was holding back this army of demons so that they giving space for Durga, for Chandi to take out the Kalka from herself. So they were holding all this demon back, and when she came out, she saw ਤਪਸਵੀ ਜੀ ਆਪ ਹੀਰਾ ਘਾਟ ਵਾਲੀ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਨਿਗਰਾਨ ਖੜੇ ਸਨ। So ਨਿਗਰਾਨ means to give para. So when she came out with her Kalka, so now there are two of them. So when two of them came out, they saw the tapasvi, basically the chella of Samundriki, the Sevadar himself is standing at the area where currently Gurdwara Hira Ghat is. He was there guarding the whole situation, basically holding these demons back through with the help of the lions. ਕਾਲਕਾ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰਗਟ ਹੋਣ ਤੇ ਮਹਾ ਤੇਜ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਸ਼ ਅਤੇ ਧਰਤੀ 'ਚ ਹਲਚਲ ਮਚ ਗਈ। ਕਾਲਕਾ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਗਟ ਕਰ ਜਦ ਚੰਡਕਾ ਨੇ ਤਪਸਵੀ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਹੀਰਾ ਘਾਟ ਵਾਲੀ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਸਾਵਧਾਨ ਖੜੋਤਾ ਅਤੇ ਚਾਰੋਂ ਪਾਸੇ ਸ਼ੇਰ ਹੀ ਸ਼ੇਰ ਵੇਖੇ ਤਾਂ ਅਤੀ ਪ੍ਰਸੰਨਤਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਹਾਸ਼ਕਤੀ ਤਪਸਵੀ ਜੀ ਪਾਸ ਪੁੱਜੀ। So she was extremely happy looking at how the Chella, the Sevadar of Samundriki, was standing there helping her to guard all these demons with so many lions, and she went to them. ਤਪਸਵੀ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਮਹਾਕਾਲ ਦੀਆਂ ਦੋਵੇਂ ਸ਼ਕਤਾਂ ਜਾਣ so the Sevadar saw these two of them, the Kalka and Chandi. हे शांत स्वरूप अते कलह करनहार स्वरूप धन धन हो शाबाश शाबाश. So he's saying shabash to Chandi because she has managed to achieve what she came there for, to take out the Kalka from her, to give birth to Kalka. And in their Bani, Dasam Patsha ji also writes this whole praise of them. Tu hi roop bala, tu hi bakar bena, tu hi rakat bijar, sao jud kino. ਤੁਮੀ ਹਾਥ ਦੇ ਰਾਖ ਦੇ ਵੇਸ ਲੀਨੋ। ਅੱਗੇ ਪੜੋ ਹੋਰ। ਤੁਹੀ ਵੱਡ ਅਜੀਤਨ ਸਗਲ ਦੋਖ ਹਰਨੀ। ਤੁਹੀ ਹਰ ਅਡੋਲਨ ਅਗਮ ਖੇਲ ਕਰਨੀ। ਤੁਹੀ ਅਤ ਬਲ ਸਟਣ ਚਤੁਰ ਭੁਜ ਭਵਾਨੀ। ਤੁਮਨ ਸਰਬ ਦੁਸ਼ਟਾ ਕੀਏ ਮਾਰ ਫਾਨੀ। ਤੁਹੀ ਗੁਪਤ ਪ੍ਰਗਟ ਸਬਨ ਮੋਹ ਖਿਲੰਤੀ। ਤੁਹੀ ਸੁੰਭ ਮਹਿ ਖਾਸੁਰੈ ਕਉ ਦਲੰਤੀ। So they said all this bachan uchare. So they said all this bachan, and it's basically praising them. Again, we need to remember the difference of praising and worshipping. This is basically praising that how strong they are, how they're praising their form, just like we praise any other warrior as well. So in the same way, the Sevadar of Samundriki is praising them for successfully basically taking out her another roop. Sri Parmeshwar ji di shakt ne prasann ho bachan kita. ਐ ਮਹਾਨ ਤਪਸਵੀ ਅੱਜ ਅਕਾਲ ਪੁਰਖ ਦੇ ਹੁਕਮ ਅਨੁਸਾਰ ਜੋ ਦੈਂਤਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਸ ਕਰਨ ਦਾ ਧਰਮ ਯੁੱਧ ਆਰੰਭ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ, ਇਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਯੋਗਦਾਨ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡਾ ਪਰਉਪਕਾਰ ਹੈ। So this Chandi, she was so happy. She said to the Sevadar, she said, today, because of the hukam of Akal Purkh. So why did she come? She came with the hukam of Akal Purkh to sort these demons out. So she said, my task was to fight with these demons, and you, by aiding this whole mission, by holding these demons back, by allowing me to take out the Kalka from myself, you have done basically such a big paropakar on me. आप जी ने जो इस वक्त निष्काम सहायता की है, so they say you did it privately. Basically they did not show everyone that I helped Chandi. They helped her in a Gupta form. ਇਸ ਦਾ ਰਿਣ ਫਲ ਕਲਯੁਗ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਦ ਨਿਰੰਕਾਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਰੂਪ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਵਤਰੇਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਆਪ 10ਵੇਂ ਜਾਮੇ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਰੂਪ ਅਵਤਾਰ ਅਵਤਰੋਗੇ ਅਤੇ ਇਸੇ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਰ ਦੁਸ਼ਟਾਂ ਦਾ ਨਾਸ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਧਰਮ ਯੁੱਧ ਰਚੋਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਉਸ ਵਕਤ ਗੁਪਤ ਰੂਪ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਸਾਥ ਦੇਵਾਂਗੀ ਤਾਂ ਇਹ ਰਿਣ ਅਹਿਸਾਨ ਚੁਕਾਵਾਂਗੀ ਆਪ ਖਾਲਸੇ ਦੇ ਪਿਤਾ ਅਖਾਵੇਂਗੇ ਅਤੇ ਮੇਰਾ ਸਰੂਪ ਮਾਤਾ ਦਾ ਹੋਏਗਾ. So she told, because she was so happy, so she told the Sevadar, she said that I'm so grateful to you, and actually I want to return this good deed that you have helped me with. So she said, how would I return this? She said, in Kaljug, when you come, you would come in the form of Guru Gobind Singh Ji, and when you are having wars, I would help you in a Gupta form. And she said, you would be the Pita of the Pantha, and I would also come as the Mata. And this is not a war, actually. It's basically, here we would think of why is Durga telling this to Guru Gobind Singh Ji in their previous form. We would think of why isn't it the other way around. So we need to remember she is giving she is giving asisa as a jachak. So what is a jachak? A jachak is the person that's receiving help. So for example, if we are receiving help from someone and we say to them, may you live long, may you be like this, may you be blessed, does it mean that we are higher than the person? No, we are giving them blessing for helping us. We are being grateful to them for helping us by giving them asisa, by giving them blessings. So in the same way, this is what Chandika is doing as well, Durga is doing as well. She is giving asisa as a jachak, as a person who has received help, and she is saying, I'm so grateful to you. When you come in Kaljug, I would also come and help you in your jungle. ਆਪਣੀ ਮੁਖਾਰਬਿੰਦ ਰਚਨਾ ਪਾਵਨ ਬਾਣੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਦਸ਼ਮੇਸ਼ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਫਰਮਾਨ ਹੈ, हे ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਪਰਮੇਸ਼ਰ ਜੀਓ, ਤੂੰ ਆਪ ਹੀ ਤਿੰਨ ਲੋਕ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਣੇ ਜਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਰਾਖੀ ਕਰਦਾ ਵਾ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦਾ ਉਦਾਰ ਲਈ ਭੂਮੀ ਤੋਂ ਦੈਂਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸੰਘਾਰਨ ਲਈ ਪ੍ਰਚੰਡ ਰੂਪ ਧਾਰਦਾ ਹੈ ਵ ਚੰਡਕਾ ਸਰੂਪ ਹੈ. So Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, even in their own Bani, they also say that you, Paramatma, you are so great. You come in so many different forms, and you come in sometimes in the form of you basically come in different form, and sometimes you come to finish off the demons. You also come in the Chandaka form. Taran lok udar bhum hai, that sangharan chand tu hi hai. This is sometimes you come in the roop of Chandaka to basically fight with all these demons. ਸੋ ਦੈਂਤਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਸ਼ ਹਿਤ ਪ੍ਰਗਟ ਹੋਈ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਕਲਾ ਆਦਿ ਸ਼ਕਤੀ ਰਿਖੀ ਜੀ ਨਾਲ ਵਾਰਤਾਲਾਪ ਕਰ ਵਾਪਸ ਉਸੇ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਬੈਠ ਕਰ ਕਾਲਕਾ ਪ੍ਰਗਟ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਸਮਾਧੀ ਸਥਿਤ ਪ੍ਰਭੂ ਭਗਤੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੀਨ ਹੋਈ ਅਤੇ ਰਿਸ਼ੀ ਜੀ ਵੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਸਥਾਨ ਤੇ ਵਾਪਸ ਜਾ ਸਮਾਧੀ ਸਥਿਤ ਹੋ ਗਏ. ਘਣਾ ਸਮਾਂ ਬੀਤਦਾ ਚਲਾ ਗਿਆ. So what happened after this whole incident? Basically, Chandika, she went back to the place where she took out the Kalka from. So after that she won the war because Kalka licked the blood that was falling, and with that they managed to kill all the demons and they won the battle. So she went back to the place where she took out Kalka from, where she meditated, which is currently Gurudwara Mata Sahib Devanji. So she went back there and she continued to meditate there. While the Sevadar, he went back to his place where he was meditating with his guru Samundriki, with his teacher, and that place is where currently Takht Hajur Sahib Ji is. So that's why we say the Satjug meditation place, the Satjug Tap Asthan of Tan Tan Mata Sahib Devan Ji is where her Gurudwara is, and in Hajur Sahib now, and the Pora Sahib which is there now, and the Satjug Asthan, Tapasthan of Kalgitar Patsha Ji is where the Takht Hajur Sahib is currently now. So some time passed, then ਸਮੇਂ ਦੇ ਗੇੜ ਅਨੁਸਾਰ ਗੋਦਾਵਰੀ ਕਿਨਾਰੇ ਦੇ ਤਪੀਸਵਰਾਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਇੱਛਾ ਅਨੁਸਾਰ ਦੱਖਣ ਦਿਸ਼ਾ ਤੋਂ ਉੱਤਰਾਖੰਡ ਵੱਲ ਚਾਲਾ ਮਾਰਿਆ. So all these tapasvis, the Samundriki, his Sevadar, all of them, because of their own desire, they shifted from this place. So they were meditating here since Satjug, but on their own desire, they went to Uttarakhand. Uttarakhand is where Hemkund Sahib is. So now they have shifted their place from Hajur Sahib area, they have went to Hemkund Sahib. And from this Hemkund Sahib is later, even when you read Bachattar Natak, Kalgitar Patsha would say, I was meditating at Hemkund Sahib. This is where they got the hukam of Paramatma to come into Kaljug. So that is their last meditation place before they come into Kaljug. So they went there, but we need to remember at this time, Chandaka, she was still at her own tapasthan. She did not go to Hemkund Sahib yet. Hemkund Parbat te Rishi Mandal ne asan laye. So they all put their asan there. They started living there and meditating at Hemkund Sahib. ਤਪੱਸਿਆ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੀਨ ਪ੍ਰਭੂ ਨਾਲ ਇੱਕ ਮਿਲ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਰ ਬਹੁਤ ਲੰਮਾ ਘਣਾ ਸਮਾਂ ਬੀਤਦਾ ਚਲਾ ਗਿਆ. ਇਹਨਾਂ ਮਹਾਨ ਤਪੱਸਵੀਆਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਮੁੰਦ ਰਿਸ਼ੀ ਜੀ ਸਭ ਦੇ ਸਿਰ ਮੌਰ ਮੁਖੀ ਤਪੱਸਵੀ ਸਨ. So from all these rishis, the head the Sir Maur means the Jathedar, the highest, the biggest rishi was Samundriki. Other Dakhan which, okay, now they have all went to Hemkund Sahib, but Chandaka, she is still meditating at her tapasthan, where currently Gurdwara Mata Sahib Devanji is. Godavari Kande ਰਾਖਸ਼ਾਂ ਦੀ ਸਮਾਪਤੀ ਉਪਰੰਤ ਜੋ ਪਰਮੇਸ਼ਰ ਦੀ ਸ਼ਕਤੀ ਸਤੋ ਗੁਣ ਸ਼ਾਂਤ ਸਰੂਪ ਵਿੱਚ ਭਗਤੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੀਨ ਸੀ. So from her angry form, now she is no more angry. The Shakti of Paramatma, because she is no more in the mood of war anymore. She has went into Satogun. She has gone into the peaceful mode. Now she is her basically her form now is the peaceful form. So she is just meditating at her tapasthan. Us Ad Shakti Swarup Devi par Rakshashan halla kita. But this Raksha, they attacked her again. But this time she's no more in the angry form. So she's no more in this form where she's going to go for a war with them, because she has went into her peaceful mode, her meditating mode. Us Shakti ne ਸਤੋ ਗੁਣ ਸਰੂਪ ਧਾਰਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੋਣ ਕਰਕੇ ਜੰਗ ਤਾਂ ਨਾ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹਿਆ. She did not want to have a war with them because she's already in her meditative mode. ਪਰ ਦੈਂਤਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਬਚਣ ਲਈ ਸੁਰੱਖਿਅਤ ਥਾਂ ਵੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਦੌੜ ਪਈ. She went to a place where it is safer for her, and guess where she would go to? ਉਹ ਸੁਰੱਖਿਅਤ ਥਾਂ ਉੱਤਰ ਦਿਸ਼ਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੇਮਕੁੰਟ ਪਰਬਤ ਸੀ. So she went to Hemkund Sahib because Samundriki, the Sevadar and all these tapasvis, they have went to Hemkund Sahib. So she also went to Hemkund Sahib to ask for help. ਜਿੱਥੇ ਤਪਸਵੀ ਲੋਕ ਪ੍ਰਭੂ ਭਗਤੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੀਨ ਸਨ. So everyone was meditating there. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਪ੍ਰਭੂ ਪਿਆਰਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਸ਼ਰਨ ਲੈਣ ਲਈ ਇਹ ਸਤੋ ਗੁਣ ਸ਼ਕਤੀ ਉਧਰੇ ਨੂੰ ਹੀ ਦੌੜ ਪਈ. She ran to Hemkund Sahib. ਮਗਰੇ ਹੀ ਸਾਰੇ ਰਾਖਸ਼ ਦੌੜੇ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ. So all these Rakshash, they were chasing after her. ਉਹ ਸ਼ਕਤੀ ਕਾਹਲੀ ਦੌੜ ਰਾਖਸ਼ਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਛੱਡ ਮਹਾਨ ਤਪਸਵੀ ਸਮੁੰਦ ਰਿਸ਼ੀ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਸ਼ਰਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਹੋਈ ਅਤੇ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕੀਤੀ. So she came to Samundriki and she said, ਮੈਂ ਦੈਂਤਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਪਰੇਸ਼ਾਨ ਹਾਂ. ਦੱਖਣ ਤੋਂ ਚੱਲ ਕੇ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਸ਼ਰਨ ਆਈ ਹਾਂ. ਮੇਰੀ ਸਹਾਇਤਾ ਕਰੋ. So she said to the rishi, I'm very troubled with all this Rakshash. They are chasing me. They are trying to kill me. So I'm very troubled with this whole thing. So please help me. Rishi ji ne ਧੀਰਜ ਦਿੱਤਾ. So he gave her some encouragement and said, Hey putri, तू इत्थे ही बिराज अकाल पुरख भली करेगा. He said, just sit here, just meditate here. अकाल पुरख will take care of you. ਉਹ ਸ਼ਕਤੀ ਗੁਪਤ ਰੂਪ ਵਿੱਚ ਉੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਇੱਕ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਤੇ ਬਿਰਾਜ ਗਈ. ਇਤਨੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਨੂੰ ਜੋ ਦੈਂਤ ਰਾਖਸ਼ ਦੇਵੀ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਲੱਗੇ ਸਨ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਆ ਗਏ. ਆ ਕੇ ਰਿਖੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਪੁੱਛਣ ਲੱਗੇ. So he basically hid her at the mountain place and told her just stay here and meditate. So when she was already hidden at that place where everyone was meditating, all these rakshas, they arrived at Hemkund Sahib as well, because they are chasing after her, right? And they said to Samundrikhi, O Rikhyo, idhar koi rand to nahi ai? Idhar koi rand to nahi dekhi? Rand ਇਹ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਗਾਲ ਹੈ. So rand is a bad word. So this is the bad word which is like a swear word which is said by this Rakesh. Rand is basically saying like a very bad woman. And they asked this Rikhi, have you seen a Rand coming here? असुरन कीन बिलोकन पूछ्यो अहो तपस्वी हम है बताए एक स्त्री सब अंग मनोहर रन करती अब गई पलाए. So this is the record of Suraj Prakash Granth where the Rakesh they asked this Rikhi, have you seen a very manohar, a very beautiful woman who is running from us? मंद बुद्धि दैंतां दे ऐसे कुबोल सुन रिखी जी ने कहा. So hearing this bad words said by this demons, Samundrikhi ji said, ओ मूर्खो ओ तां परमेश्वर दी शक्ति है, तुसी ਭੈੜੇ ਬੋਲ ਨਾ ਬੋਲੋ. ਇਹ ਸੁਣ ਕੇ ਰਾਖਸ਼ ਕ੍ਰੋਧ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ ਕੇ ਰਿਖਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਹੀ ਪੈ ਗਏ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਉਸ ਇਸਤਰੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਦੇ ਹੀ ਹਨ, ਮਾਰ ਸਿੱਟੋ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਰਿਖਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ. ਸੁਨ ਉਨਮਤ ਦੈਤ ਉਰ ਕਰੋਪੇ, ਮਾਰ ਮਾਰ ਸਨਮੁਖ ਰਿਖ ਧਾਏ. So hearing that all this Rikhi are helping this Chandaka, they got very upset and they were very angry. They were thinking all these Rikhi are the same as well. They are helping this woman, so let's kill them as well. So they were saying, mar, kill them. We are going to kill them. We are going to kill all the Rikhi that are meditating here because they are helping this woman that we are chasing. ਤਾਂ ਉਸ ਸਮੇਂ ਖੜੇ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਸਮੁੰਦਰ ਰਿਸ਼ੀ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਅਕਾਲ ਪੁਰਖ ਦੇ ਸਨਮੁਖ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕੀਤੀ. So ਸਮੁੰਦਰ ਰਿਸ਼ੀ ਜੀ he did ਬੇਨਤੀ to ਅਕਾਲ ਪੁਰਖ, हे ਅਕਾਲ ਪੁਰਖ ਪਰਮੇਸ਼ਰ ਜੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਰਾਖਸ਼ਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਬਚਾਓ, ਸਹਾਇਕ ਹੋਵੋ, ਰੱਖਿਆ ਕਰੋ. They say please help us, please protect us from these demons. ਤਾਂ ਪਰਮੇਸ਼ਰ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਪੁਰਖ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਜੋਤ ਦੁਸ਼ਟ ਦਮਨ ਦੇ ਰੂਪ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਿਸ਼ੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਰਾਖੀ ਲਈ ਭੇਜਿਆ. So ਅਕਾਲ ਪੁਰਖ sent ਦੁਸ਼ਟ ਦਮਨ ਜੀ in his form to help to basically fight these demons. Akal Saputter, so his Dushta Damanji is the son of Paramatma. Again, we also saw how when we said Guru Gobind Singh Ji is the son of Paramatma, and this is why also because in their previous incarnation they were sent as Dushta Damanji, and Dushta Damanji is also the son of Paramatma. जिन्हें रिखी जी ने निम्रता सहित बेनती की थी, हाँ पिता जी की हुक्म है. So Samund Rikhi ji is also an avatar of Paramatma. So he said, hey Pitaji, tell me what should I do. ਤਾਂ ਰਿਖੀ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੈਂਤਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਬਚਾਓ. ਤਾਂ ਦੁਸ਼ਟ ਦਮਨ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਤੁਰੰਤ ਹੀ ਜੰਗ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਅਤੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਜੋ ਰਿਖੀ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਆਸਨ ਸ਼ੇਰ ਦੀ ਖੱਲ ਝਾੜ ਕੇ ਜੋ ਸ਼ੇਰ ਉਤਪੰਨ ਕੀਤੇ ਸਨ. So he started Dushta Damanji. He was sent by Akal Purkh to fight all these demons. So he and all these lions. Remember, there were so many lions that came from the ascent, from the mat, from the skin of the lion that the Samundriki used to meditate on. He took all this share, all these lions, and basically had a war with all these demons. ਉਹ ਦੁਸ਼ਟ ਦਮਨ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਰਾਖਸ਼ਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਾੜ ਸਿੱਟਣ ਅਤੇ ਖਾਣ ਲੱਗੇ. They ate all these Rakshash, they killed them and the lions ate them. ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਰ ਆਮ੍ਰਿਤਾ ਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਹੈ. ਜਾਪ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਆਮ੍ਰਿਤਾ ਨਾ ਮਰਨ ਵਾਲੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਦੈਂਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਮਾਰਨ ਵਾਲੇ. So in Jap Sahib we read every day Amrita Mrit hai. So the someone that can't be killed, someone who can't be killed, jada mar nahi sakda, who cannot die, Paramatma has a way to kill them as well. That is how great Paramatma is. For example, Rakta Bij, there was no way to kill him because there is more forms of himself, but still Paramatma created a way to kill him by basically helping by giving this bidhi to Chandaka to take out Kalka from her and leak the blood, and they won and they killed him. And now when all this Rakesh again, when Durga, she is meditating and they are attacking her, there's no way for her to because she's no more in the war mode anymore. And now Paramatma sent Dushdamanji to fight. There are so many other Sakya like that as well. For example, Harunakash, it was impossible to kill him because he had so many war. For example, he cannot be killed inside or outside, and he cannot be killed during the day or at night. He cannot be killed by a human or an animal. And in the end, he was killed during Sandhya Vela, when it was not night, not day. He was killed by Narsingh, which is half human, half lion. So with examples like that, we can see Paramatma is able to do anything. So this is why we read every day in Jap Sahib, Amrita Mrit hai. Amrita na maran wale ਵੱਡੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਦੈਂਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਮਾਰਨ ਵਾਲੇ ਦੁਸ਼ਟ ਦਮਨ ਦਾ ਦੈਂਤਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਬਹੁਤ ਭਾਰੀ ਭਿਆਨਕ ਜੰਗ ਹੋਇਆ. There was a very big war happened. ਜੰਗ ਦੀ ਜਿੱਤ ਅਤੇ ਸਮਾਪਤੀ ਉਪਰੰਤ ਅਕਾਲ ਸਪੂਤ ਦੁਸ਼ਟ ਦਮਨ ਜੀ ਸਮੁੰਦਰ ਰਿਖੀ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਹੋਏ ਅਤੇ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕੀਤੀ. After winning this war, ਦੁਸ਼ਟ ਦਮਨ ਜੀ went to ਸਮੁੰਦਰ ਰਿਖੀ and said, ਪਿਤਾ ਜੀ ਹੁਣ ਹੋਰ ਕੀ ਹੁਕਮ ਹੈ? He said, what other hukum you have for me? ਤਾਂ ਰਿਖੀ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਬਚਨ ਕੀਤਾ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬੈਠ ਕੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਤਪੱਸਿਆ ਕਰੋ. ਕਲਯੁਗ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾਰ ਬ੍ਰਹਮ ਪਰਮੇਸ਼ਰ ਜੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਅਵਤਾਰ ਅਵਤਰਨਗੇ. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ 9ਵੀਂ ਜੋਤ ਮੇਰੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਤੇ 10ਵੀਂ ਜੋਤ ਤੇਰੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋਵੇਗੀ. So she basically Samundriki said to him, now it's time for you to just sit here and meditate. In Kaljug, basically Guru Nanak Dev Ji would take avatar, and I would come as the 9th avatar of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and you would come as the 10th avatar. So he said, but meanwhile you meditate here first. ਅੱਗੇ ਪੜੋ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਤਾਪ ਸੂਰਜ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰਮਾਣ. ਤਬ ਅਬਨਾਸੀ ਨਰ ਤਨ ਧਰ ਹੈ, ਨੌ ਮੂਰਤ ਬਰਤ ਹੈ ਜਗ ਬੀਜ, ਦਸਮ ਸਰੀਰ ਉਪਜ ਹੈ ਤੇਰੋ, ਪਰਵੇਸ ਹੈ ਜੋਤ ਮਹਾ ਹਿਤ ਸੀਂਚ, ਏਕੰਕਾਰ ਰੂਪ ਮੈਂ ਲੈ ਹੋਏ, ਪੰਥ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਸ਼ ਹੈ ਦੇ ਰਿਪ ਮੀਚ, ਧਰਮ ਥਿਰ ਹੈ ਬਿਥਿਰ ਹੈ ਜਸ ਪਾਵਨ, ਕਰ ਹੈ ਉਦਾਰਨ ਊਚ ਰੂ ਨੀਚ. So this is the account of Suraj Prakash telling us what we have just discussed about how Samundra Rishi ji said to Dushdamanji to meditate there until it's time for him to come. And later we have seen that later he would get an order from Akal Purkh to come into Kaljug, and they would come as Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. ਇਸ Samundra Rishi ji ਅਤੇ Dushdaman ji ਸੰਵਾਦ ਉਪਰੰਤ ਉਸ ਦੇਵੀ ਨੇ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਰਿਖੀ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਸਨਮੁਖ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕੀਤੀ, ਜਿਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਦੁਸ਼ਦਮਨ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਵਰਨ ਦੀ ਇੱਛਾ ਪ੍ਰਗਟਾਈ. So now, since it is safe, the Devi came out now. The Chandi, she came out because she was hiding, so she came out. And she said to Samundra Rishi ji her desire to marry Dushdaman ji. She said, Chaupai, चारहो दिशा फिरी जब बाला, जानो नाग रूप की माला, ऐस ना कतहूँ पुरख निहारा. She said, I have never seen such a man like Dushdaman ji. नाथ करे जहे आप सुधारा, फिर जी मैं एह भांत बिचारी. She said, I have thought about this in my mind. बरो जगत के पत है सुधारी. She said, I want to marry this jagat, this great man. I want to marry him. Ta te karo deen hoy seva. And why do I want to marry him? She said, because I want to do his seva. I want to marry this great man. I have never seen a man like Dushdaman ji, and I want to marry him to do his seva. Hoy prasann kaal ki deva. So she was so happy looking at this, and she said to Samundra Rishi ji, I want to marry this man and do his seva. ਰਿਖੀ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਦੇਵੀ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਬਚਨ ਕੀਤਾ, ਹੁਣ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਤਪੱਸਿਆ ਕਰੋ, ਭਵਿੱਖ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਸਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਵਰ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤ ਹੋਵੇਗਾ. So she said, Samundra Rishi ji gave the same bachan to her and told her, you too join us here in Hemkund Sahib and meditate. And when it's time for you to come, you would come, and then obviously they would come as Mata Sahib Devan ji. Kar jin sok hriday te putri. They said, hey putri, do not worry. निरंकार बर है तुहे अत्री ता का ध्यान अज निस धार्य हो. They say sit down here and meditate on Paramatma. कह है जो कछु सोई तुम कर्य हो. They say Paramatma will tell you what to do, so you should just follow whatever Paramatma tell you to do. ਰਿਖੀ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਬਚਨ ਕਰਦਿਆਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਸਨ ਵਾਲੀ ਖਲ ਚੋਂ ਪ੍ਰਗਟ ਸ਼ੇਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਹੁਕਮ ਕੀਤਾ. So Ricky ji also gave bachan to these lions that basically came from the asan, the skin of the lion that all these other lions came out from when they wanted to help the Chandi. So he gave bachan to them. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਬੈਠ ਕੇ ਤਪੱਸਿਆ ਕਰ, ਭਵਿੱਖ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਕਾਲ ਸੁਤ ਦੁਸ਼ਟ ਦਮਨ ਜੀ ਅਤੇ ਪਰਮੇਸ਼ਰ ਦੀ ਆਦ ਸ਼ਕਤੀ ਇਸ ਦੇਵੀ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਨਾਦੀ ਸੰਤਾਨ ਹੋਵੋਗੇ. They say you too now sit here and meditate. So all of the lions basically they changed form and they became Rikis as well. And he told them, you too sit here and meditate, because in future you would be the Nadi Santan. So we discussed this before. There is the Nadi Puttar. When we say the Nadi all the Khalsa is the Nadi Puttar of Mata Sahib Devan ji, it's basically Puttar that is made from Shabad. When you say you are my son, so they are the Nadi Santan, the Nadi lineage of. They say you would be the Nadi lineage of the son of Akal Purkh Dusht Damman ji and the Ad Shakti, this Devi that is there. You would be their Nadi Santan. So Dusht Damman. So who is Dusht Damman in their next janam? Tan Tan Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Maharaj ji. Ad Shakti. Who is Ad Shakti in Kaljug? Tan Tan Mata Sahib Devan ji. Rakash Nasak Sher. The Sher, all the lion that killed the Rakash. Khalsa Akal Purkh ki Fauj. The members of the Khalsa. It Sri Dusht Damman va Ad Shakti va Nadi Santan Ad Kathan Lek Samapatang. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So this is the end of this chapter, which it clears to us the whole journey of how Mata Sahib Devan ji is the Ad Shakti, and what is her relation with Guru Gobind Singh ji in previous janam. Why did she know when the parents was going to marry her, she knew that who is she meant to marry. So, and why in the end she got the Khalsa Fauj as her son. All this was basically predetermined, and we have seen in great details in this chapter. So a longer version of this, a very detailed one about the whole detail of the wars and everything. This is just a summary. If you want to read more about this whole thing, you can always listen Katha of Chandi Diwar, Chandi Charitar. So that is where we have all this in great detail. So with that, we have completed with the Kirpa of Tan Tan Mata Sahib Devan ji, we have completed this Pothi Pavittar Jeevan, which is the biography of Khalsa di Mata Sahib Devan ji. We're extremely blessed that we have gone through this whole Jeevani together, and hopefully with this it would help us to build our strong relationship with Mataji and always seek her blessing in whatever we do, because Mataji would always be there for her children. She would never let us down. And there has been so many mistakes in this whole narration where we have tried our best to narrate it the best as we can by referring to the author themselves, Sant Baba Surjit Singh Ji Mehro Wale. We have consulted them on all the discourse that we had in the last 27 days, but still there's so many mistakes that has happened in the whole narration. I humbly apologize in the charan of this Sad Sangat, and hopefully we can keep doing Sangat of Gursikhs and learn about our Itihas. It's extremely important. Just by this pothi we can see how much of other teachings that we have learned. So in the same way, if you go through the Katha of Suraj Prakash, it's an extremely big khajana where we don't just learn about Itihas. So maybe by going through this pothi we can understand why is it so important for us to go Itihas. Because Itihas is not just, we don't go through history just like scholars. We go through it with prem, pyar, where we want to use this Itihas to build more love with Guru, not to just know about our history to be scholars or anything. So it's very important, Sangat ji, for us to learn our history. If you want suggestion for further reading, for further katha, I would strongly recommend to listen to the katha of Suraj Prakash. It's very important for us to know the history of all our Guru. And there is also another pothi that is published by the same author, and I forgot the title of the pothi, but it's also written by Sant Baba Surjit Singh Ji Mehro Wale, and that pothi is very interesting because it's a compilation of the childhood stories of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. So that is another pothi that is also very interesting. Hopefully one day we could do the discourse of that pothi as well, maybe in future, because it's very interesting. There's so many cute stories of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, how they used to do so many kautak when they were a child, and so on. So with that, hopefully the Sangat has enjoyed this whole discourse, and the Mataji's Prakash Purb is approaching. So this is the basically the ultimate way to celebrate her birthday, by learning about her, and we have tried to do that, and I'm very sure Mataji, she would be very happy as well. And with that, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.